Okay, so what I want to show you now is a really cool design that I'm going to incorporate some flocking powder or velveteen powder. It's called different things by different companies. It is a textured item, so it does have that kind of satin finish textured look. What I'm going to be doing is, instead of covering the entire nail like most of us have seen, so I'm going to create a design with it. And all I'm doing is, the nail has already been coated with 2 coats of gel polish, cured for each one. And on my last coat, I have my sticky layer still there. So I'm going to actually work with that sticky layer, and I'm going to dab my brush onto it. So I have some stick on my brush to pick up some of that. And then I'm going to place it in different sections. If you want to have more of the flocking powder and make it look even thicker, all you have to do is take a little bit of gel top coat, place it like on a little palette, and then pick up with your gel top coat some flocking powder. But make sure it's not so much gel top coat, because you don't want to give it a shine. You just want something to pick it up with. So I'm going to wipe off my brush after I've put the flocking powder on one section of the nail. I'm going to then wipe off a little bit of my stick here just to grab, that's plenty of stick so that you can grab some velveteen powder and then place in another section of the nail. So keep in mind that when you're using flocking powder, you can use it a couple different ways. I like to use it so that you don't actually put a shine on it. You want it to look textured like that, and that it actually looks kind of like that furry look. So make sure that you put enough of it on there. And it's going to cure onto that stick that's already on the nail. And I'm leaving the center portion of the nail with the red glitter gel polish exposed so that I have different textures and dimensions in this artwork. So you can do a whole lot of different things. I'm going to do something very simple here. I'm going to clean up these lines a little bit around the flocking powder. Now you can take a paint, a polish, a gel polish. I'm actually literally going to take just a dot of a regular gold metallic polish and my detail brush. And with the fine pointed detail brush, I'm just going to create lines or swirls or some sort of design to outline my flocking powder so that you can actually see more of the contrast. I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and I'm going to take some white gel polish in a second here. Always have something to work on, whether it's a ceramic tile, a plastic plate, or a paint palette, whatever you want to work on, just so that you don't contaminate your gel bottles and put your brush ever in the bottle. So always have, just dab a little dot out on something that you're working on. So right now what I'm doing is I'm actually adding a scroll type design through the center. So it's going to look like there's thickness of the nail here, more textured, and here, and then down, it's going to be like a lower section in the center with a design. And I'm just doing really thin lines and kind of a scroll effect and adding a few dots. Kind of Mardi Gras looking, I think. So we're going to wait for it to dry just a little bit, wait for the gold, and then actually cure the white gel polish. So let's go ahead and have you go in the light and cure for 30 seconds. So before I top coat the center area, I'm just going to take my finger. You can use a little plastic piece or the backing off of a form. I just actually like to press the velvet in to that inhibition layer with my finger. It seems to, for me, to get like really smooth. And then I'm going to take my gel top coat and just drag it or polish it right through the middle where my design is. And you're going to do one last cure, 30 seconds in LED or 3 minutes in your UV. Okay, last step is just to wipe off your sticky layer. So I'm concentrating on the middle. And there is your flocked nail with some nail art through the middle.